Yo, what's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, or if it's your first time stopping through, welcome to the channel. Hey, if you like sneakers and you like men's fragrances, you found a home over here on YouTube because I have a passion for both, hence the name Aroma Kicks. Today, we're going to be talking about the brand new fragrance from Chanel. It is Chanel Allure Homme Sport Superleggera, okay? I've been wearing it for the past few days. I'm going to give you the note breakdown. I'm going to give you my thoughts on how long it lasts, how well it projects. My wife has given me some feedback on it. So we're going to talk about it. Sneakerheads, I've been doing a lot of content on sneakers the past few videos. Y'all take a step back, but I want you to pay attention, man, because it's important to smell good. You can have the heat on your feet, but you got to smell good as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and roll the tape and let's talk about Chanel's new fragrance, Superleggera. Let's go. All right, so at the mall, bought the new Chanel. Bam, I was walking around with a Chanel bag, feeling all cool and everything. You know what I'm saying? High class, even though I'm not. I'm far from it. But, man, I love Chanel fragrances. They are expensive. I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you the price in a minute. You might be like, nope, not buying it. But for me, they're worth it because I love the way they smell. I love the way they make me feel. One of my all-time favorite fragrances is a Chanel fragrance, and we're going to talk about that one in a minute too because it's very interesting. But let's go ahead and dive into it, guys. This is Chanel Allure Homme Sport Superleggera. Now, I've heard that this is very limited, that once they run out of it, Chanel's not making any more of it, that it's going away. So you can get this, and if you don't like it, resell it like a year. I mean, these are like fragrances are like sneakers for y'all, for my sneakerheads watching that don't know. My fragrance family, y'all do know. But once they discontinue a fragrance, man, this stuff skyrockets. So, you can hang on to it. If you don't like it, resell it. But anyway, it comes in this nice, elegant, silver box right here. Allure Homme Sport Superleggera Chanel. On the top right here, you've got the Chanel logo in red. On the sides, you don't have anything. And on the back, you just got some basic information there. On the bottom, you do have your batch code information. And my batch code is 0202. Etched in right there. So simple enough. 0202. Sounds like a PIN code for a debit card. But anyway, opening up the box right here, you've got this nice red on the inside with your Chanel logo as well. I like the contrast of the box, man. It's just some things like this it looks elegant to me. You know what I mean? So opening it up, let's go ahead and take a look at the presentation in the bottle. Chanel's always got nice bottles, man. They're just elegant. So here it is. Here it is. Chanel Allure Homme Sport Superleggera. Okay, and Superleggera is kind of like poking out of the bottle, so to speak. So it's kind of puffy, if you will. You got this nice Chanel cap up here. You got the Chanel logo on top. Open it up, and I'll tell you, that son of a gun's in place. There's your atomizer right there. You do have white where you can see where the actual spray comes out. Sometimes they make this dark. I don't like that because you'll spray it and it'll be like over here somewhere, or at least I've done that a few times. On the inside of your cap right here, you do have the Chanel logo embroidered in, and you've got Chanel right here written in the silver. So the reason I say that is because fragrances can be faked as well, so you want to look for just all the small details that you can look for. I bought this one from Macy's. And to give you guys, like I said, the price tag on this guy, $172, man. $172 for 3.4 fluid ounces, 100 ml. On the bottom, you got that information there and your batch code. So yes, it is expensive, but all Chanel fragrances are expensive. Okay, so went over the presentation, went over the price. Let's talk about how it smells. So it's going to be my fragrance of the day. Like I said, I have been wearing this guy over the past, 2 to 3 days just to understand the longevity, understand the sillage, how well it projects and whatnot, how it opens up. So here we go. Let's go ahead and get some on the arm here. Some on the neck. All right. So I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 on the arm. And let me tell you something. It's called Superleggera, okay? And for those of you guys that don't know, that hadn't seen the video on this yet, Superleggera means super light. And so when you hear super light, you're thinking, well, is it going to project good? Is it going to last a long time because it says super light? The answer is on my skin, yes. And my wife agrees. My wife loves this fragrance. I can tell you right now, if she was in this room, she would tell you this is one of her favorites now that I own in the collection. She fell in love with it. It opens up. So I've got it. And I can tell you, my whole room smells like it right now. I mean, it's just in the air. Now, I did go a little heavy on the sprays, but I always do. I don't uh, PF around, which I'll tell you what that means later. I won't say it, but anyway, I don't PF around when it comes to the sprays. So, yeah, this opens up like a classic Chanel fragrance does. It has. You can definitely smell the citruses, and by that I mean it definitely has the grapefruit and the orange. I get more of the orange in this than I do the grapefruit. Okay, a lot of Chanel fragrances open up with that grapefruit, but I get more of the orange. So if orange sounds interesting, orange citrus, grapefruit, that's what you're going to get on the opening. As it dries down, you're going to get that sandalwood. You're going to get musk. You're going to get amber. I don't really know if musk is in here, but I smell it. Let me you know what? Let me check the notes real quick. Yes, musk is in here, amber's in here, patchouli. I don't get a lot of patchouli in this, and sandalwood. Now, here's the important. I'm going to put the notes. Here's the notes right here of Chanel Allure Sport Superleggera right here. All right, so y'all look at these notes for a second. As far as the longevity goes, so let's talk about the CIs, the projection, and the longevity of Superleggera. For me, the projection is strong for the first 1 to 2 hours. My wife could smell it. We were riding in the car. Now, of course, you're in a car; it's an enclosed space, so that's something to note. But if you're out on a date, you're at a restaurant or something like that, this is going to come off a little heavy for the first 1 to 2 hours. After that, it's going to be about an elbow's length for about an hour or so. And I would say sitting around the fourth to fifth hour, it's going to become closer to the skin. You're going to smell it. It's almost going to be like a parfum. Okay. As a matter of fact, I've never even told you guys that. This is an eau de parfum. It's not an eau de toilette and it's not a parfum. It's an eau de parfum. Okay. So it's going to sit a little bit closer to the skin. Like I said, probably around hour 5 or 6, but you're going to smell this guy for at least 8 hours. That's why it's super light. To me, it's not super light. It really reminds me. Now, here's where I was going earlier about one of my favorite fragrances of all time. It reminds me of Chanel's Bleu de Chanel, not the eau de toilette, not the eau de parfum, but the parfum version. And let me tell you why. When this guy dries down, you're going to get exactly, to me, what you get in the dry down of this. Only this is a beast. This right here, if you guys know Bleu de Chanel parfum, this is an absolute beast, OG pimp juice right here. Okay. But I get that out of this. I don't know if anybody else does, but when it dries down, and it could be that sandalwood and that amber, because if I'm not mistaken, this also has sandalwood and amber wood in it. But this has amber and sandalwood. Like I said, I'm just repeating myself. So as it dries down, you're going to get the Bleu de Chanel. So we talked about the longevity, okay? We talked about the projection. When do you wear this? You can wear this all year round, guys. Uh, I would not suggest it in the winter because it is a citrus to woody fragrance, and it's going to be sitting kind of lighter on your skin. Like I said, after about that fifth hour. So if you wear this in the wintertime, it's probably going to go away a lot quicker. So this is going to be good for spring and summer. That's your 2 seasons you want to wear this, but it's also going to be good for the fall. You spray this on the fall day when it's breezy outside. You're walking around outside. You're going to, that breeze is blowing on you. People are going to catch whiffs of this, and they're going to love it, guys. This stuff smells great. I really enjoy it. Is it worth the price tag? That's going to be up to you. Go out to your local mall now before they sell out of this, because again, I heard it was limited edition. I'm not telling you that. I don't work for Chanel, so I don't know. But I did hear it was limited, and once it's gone, it's going to be gone. So go out, get your nose on the new Chanel Allure Sport, Chanel Allure Homme Sport Superleggera, okay, and give it a check. Give it a test, man. If you got it, get down in the comments and let me know what you think about it. For me, I'm going to give this guy a 7.5 out of 10. All right, I think it's a good fragrance. I don't think it's like the mind blowing biggest fragrance ever, because it reminds me, like I said, it reminds me of Bleu de Chanel. It doesn't remind me of the original. This reminds me. So let me talk about this too. You have Chanel Allure Homme Sport, the normal edition. You have the Eau Extreme. You have the Edition Blanche. This is more closer to the Edition Blanche, and what I mean by that is it has that citrus. This Edition Blanche smells like a lemon meringue pie. Everybody says that, just like they say Christian Dior Homme Cologne smells like lemonade. Um, Again, this just really reminds me of Bleu de Chanel parfum. I don't know what it is about it. Like if you now again, this is a lot more classier, and this is going to last a lot longer than this one is. But there are similarities. I would put it more closer to a Bleu de Chanel than I would an Allure Homme Sport. That's just me. 7.5. Why do I say 7.5? Because again, for me, a 10 out of 10 fragrance you can just wear all year long. It's an absolute beast mode. It's going to wear on your skin for 2 hours, and it's just a heavenly, different kind of scent. If you put your nose on this, you've smelled this before. If you're a fragrance person, um, and it doesn't last, but like I said, 5 to 6 hours before it becomes kind of a skin scent. You're going to be able to smell on yourself a lot longer. So that's why I give it a 7.5. That doesn't mean I don't like it. I do. I very much enjoy it, and my wife loves it. But in order to be an 8 to a 10, you got to be in the upper echelon, baby. But hey, Chanel Allure Homme Sport Superleggera. Go check it out at your local mall. I hope you enjoyed today's content. Who went after the Alma? If your sneakerheads are still with me, who went after the Alma Manier 3s? I did. I'll let you know what I think about them in tomorrow's video. Peace. I'm out.